Hello students, today we're going over energy transformations. So today you will need your journal, a pencil, and an electronic device. In this lesson you will be expected to know how to illustrate the transformation of energies within an organism, such as the transfer of energy to thermal energy. These are the things that you should understand by the end of this lesson. Transformation of energies within an organism. You'll be able to explain that a change from one of energy to another is called an energy transformation. You will also be able to give examples of chemical, thermal, and mechanical energies that occur within organisms, such as photosynthesis for radiant energy to chemical energy, that is radiant energy from the sun to chemical energy, the plant. You will also be able to give an example of exercise, where we have chemical energy, that's the food you eat, being converted to mechanical energy, that's the movement or your exercise. And then as you sweat and get hot, then it's going to turn into thermal energy. And then also digestion. Chemical energy, which is your food, is going to be converted into mechanical energy and then into thermal energy. Because if you remember, I said that anytime there's chemical energy, you're going to get heat, and that's where you're getting the thermal energy. And last but not least, you'll be able to diagram the transformation of energy in plants and animals. So to begin with, go ahead and label your journal title Energy Transformations. And let's begin with what you know already about energy transformations. So in your journal, and also as a post in Schoology, go ahead and write this question and answer it using the sentence stem. What is an energy transformation? And you'll begin your response by typing, an energy transformation is when. There's a little hint here to help you what's going on here. You will also agree or disagree with your comment, because you'll agree or disagree with somebody's comment, and this is how you will write it. I agree or disagree with your comment because, and then be sure to be polite, be respectful, be courteous. In this picture right here, the big hint to help you start thinking about this, here is the sun's energy, which is radiant energy, going into, I guess, this magical hat where we're going to do this energy transformation, and then out comes a plant. So explain what's going on. What is an energy transformation? At this time, write it in your journal and then post it in your Schoology comments. And then proceed to the next slide. This ends this introduction to energy transformations. Hello students. In this lesson we're going to learn more about energy transformations. We're also going to learn about the different types of energy and the definition of energy. Today you're going to need your journal, a pencil, and an electronic device. And on your next available page in your journal, title your journal Energy Transformations. Your instructions are to watch the video by pressing the start icon on the TV. Take detailed notes in your science journal, noting the different types of energy changes that you are observing. You can pause the video and restart the video at any time. You will also illustrate one type of energy transformation that you saw in the video, and you will post it in the comment section of your Schoology class. For example, list the original form of energy and the new form of energy from your example. And here's an example of what your post response should look like. If I were to pick the gas pump and the car that are listed in the top of this page, I would write down in parentheses, I'm referring to the gas pump and the car. And this is an example of chemical to mechanical or kinetic energy. Be sure to respond to at least one other post using the following sentence stem. I agree or disagree with your comment because. Again, make sure you're courteous and respectful when replying to another student's post. All right, this concludes your lesson on energy transformations. Hello, students. Today we're going over the law of conservation of energy. Today you'll need your journal, a pencil, and an electronic device. Your instructions are to watch the video by pressing the start icon on the TV. Take detailed notes in your science journal about the law of conservation of energy. In the comment section of your Schoology classroom, you will post the law of conservation of energy. This concludes your instructions on law of conservation of energy. Go ahead and start the video now. Hello, we interrupt this message to bring to you the law of conservation of energy. In order to study energy transformations, it's important to know the law of conservation of energy. It's basically two parts. One, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. The second part is energy can be changed from one form to another. This is known as the law of conservation of energy. To explain it, let's take a look at the illustration below. Here we have a picture of someone getting ready to bite an apple. Let's follow the energy from its source. Originally, the energy came from the sun, which turned into chemical energy as the apple tree grew and developed an apple. So the apple is chemical energy. So it was once radiant energy from the sun. Now it is chemical energy from the apple. Now as a human bites the apple and begins to chew the apple, it now turns from chemical energy to mechanical energy. Sometimes we refer to mechanical energy as kinetic energy because it's energy of movement. We have teeth that are moving, so mechanical energy. And then from mechanical energy, we know that the amylase inside our saliva changes it back to chemical energy. So there's several different forms of energy that are being changed. And that's okay because it meets the law of conservation of energy. It cannot be created, nor can it be destroyed. Energy can be changed from one form to another. Now, if you heard me earlier, I said when we chew an apple, there's the saliva in our mouth begins to break it down chemically. And the evidence of chemical change is heat. So this heat is also another form of energy that's being created. So as we eat the apple, it's changing the apple to mechanical energy, to chemical energy, and also to thermal energy, which is energy of heat. Now there's one other energy that we're not talking about, and that's the energy of sound. There is a sound that's made when we bite an apple. That is also energy that's being released at the same time. Now if we were to add all these different energies together, it would equal the same amount of energy that it originally had, because energy cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed. So you cannot subtract from it, you cannot add to it. It's just there. It's from the sun. Most of our energy on our earth is from the sun, not all. Again, energy can be changed from one form to another. This is known as the law of conservation of energy. You can now go back to your regular scheduled learning.
Hello, students. Today we're going to be studying examples of energy transformations. You will need your journal, a pencil, and an electronic device. At this time, go ahead and title your next available page in your journal, Examples of Energy Transformations. What are some energy transformation examples? You will click the play icon on the television set to find out. Your instructions are to watch the video, then, in your journal, list at least 3 examples of energy transformations that you saw in the video, including the drawing, and label the energy transformations. So you're going to draw and you're going to label the energy transformations. After you have listed the 3 examples of energy transformations, you will, in the comment section of your Schoology comment section, you will use 3 to 4 complete sentences explaining energy transformation. Use the sentence then, energy transformation is when, to help you complete your thoughts. Also agree or disagree with another student's post using the sentence stem. Be sure to be courteous and respectful. As always, pause the video and replay the video so that you can collect all the information you need from the video. This concludes your lesson on example of energy transformations.
Hello students. Today we're going over examples of energy transformations. At this time, on the next available page in your journal, title the page Examples of Energy Transformations. At any point in time, you can pause the video and return to play the video so that you can copy this information in your journal. Let's begin with the first one. The first one is an ice cream cone. In general, we're talking about all food is chemical energy, and it can be transformed into mechanical energy that we use to ride a bike. You have probably heard the term kinetic energy being used to describe movement, and this is also correct. So it is chemical energy to mechanical energy, or it can be called the same, chemical energy to kinetic energy. Most likely, you will see this term right here used in future exams. Next, let's have an example of gasoline from a gas pump. This is also known as chemical energy. And it is also being transformed into mechanical energy to move the car, or kinetic energy as we just stated. If the car had its lights on, it would also include light energy. Or if it was honking its horn, it would also include sound energy. And if it was using any type of electronics, it would be electrical energy as well. But in this simple example, it's going from chemical energy to mechanical energy, causing the car to move. Next, we have a picture of the sun, which is radiant energy. And radiant energy is transformed into chemical energy, plants or trees. Next, we have electrical energy, and it can be converted to many different things. In this example, it's being converted to thermal energy. So the blow dryer is going to blow out hot air. So it's going from electrical energy to thermal energy. The one that I've seen most in exams is this example right here, where we have chemical energy, which is stored in batteries, being converted to light energy. Now you can reach a little further here. Once the light bulb gets hot, we're going to have heat coming out of here. So we could also say thermal energy. But again, for this simple example, it is chemical energy being transformed into light energy. Make sure you draw these examples and recognize them, and also recognize that these energy transformations can occur in many different ways. But these are just some of the basic ones that you might be able to encounter in the future here. All right, well, this ends our lesson on examples of energy transformations.